when you join me here. You are one of my treasures. Welcome to what I like to call Area 5T1, where we do discuss the 5Ts. We talk about transition, we talk triathlon, we talk trans, we talk about, I do some teaching, give some tips, and we talk trucks. It's a Friday night live stream. I'm probably going to go about 2-3 hours, depending on how many people come on here. I am just pulling up on my computer screen so I can see your comments. So welcome. Please do leave a like, subscribe, and jump into the stream. Hello and welcome. You're on with Jules. I don't know, in the next couple of days, I know tomorrow I may be jumping on some other streams because I am an Exmo, but many of us Exmos like to do some review of what is called General Conference. Hello, Evie. General Conference is done twice a year by the Mormon Church. And what they do is talk about new policies, upcoming things in the church. So I may be jumping on some of those streams to talk about that. There are many things, that affect everybody, especially people are transitioning, like myself. They did change their policy back in August, and it's very harsh policy. So I want to see if anything is said about that. So please welcome. Feel free to hit a like and subscribe, everyone. Today has been kind of a relaxed day. Thomas, my dog back there, and I started off cleaning in the morning, got through the kitchen. I was going to do some work on the Gem X, which is my Xterra. No, I wasn't. Direct, I believe you should know the answer to that question. If you don't, I think you are not much of a brainchild there. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Hello, Yvette. Jonathan, it's really something you don't have to watch. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. Please do jump into the chat box. Hi, Tyler. Hi, Black. Thank you very much for the like there, Tyler. Is it Tame? Welcome. Hello, Valdir. Welcome to the stream. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Oh, what are huge? Sylvia? Hi, Arat. Thank you. So we won't I won't discuss stuff like that here. As you know, minors do get in to the stream sometimes, and Do I look angry? I am not. I have a great life going on. Yeah, although some people say they're 18, I still have people get in here that are underage, and I uh, try to keep this as clean as possible. Like we have here, I don't know, the UM may be saying they're a minor. I'm doing well, Custer. So see, same with Evie. So, uh, Evie, my channel is usually, I know it comes through the shorts, but I've usually programmed it not to take people under 18. Um, so either people grab parents' phones or find a way around it. Hi, Vanez. Hello, Cluster. I'm not having a long day. Actually, I just woke up from a John Marston. That is not funny and is disrespectful. Today has just been a day of actual. Actually, I was trying to work on what I call my Gem X. That is my Xterra. I was trying to put the roof basket on it, and it seemed like the U-bolts on it weren't wide enough. But later on, I went out. Um, I'm not having a bad day at all. The only thing that went, I'm a male to female transgender user 75. Uh, but so like I said, I was working on the Gem X, the Xterra, and the U-bolts for the roof rack wouldn't put quite on straight, and I tomorrow I'll have to try again, kind of put them at an angle. Sure, Plague. Whatever you want to say. Hi, Yvette. Welcome to the stream. I am still interested in female. In fact, this is a friend of mine. I just want to get her text. Sorry, I just had to reply to that text. I was supposed to be going hiking tomorrow, but it may be snowing here in New Mexico tomorrow. Actually, I do, Danielle. I feel female, so nope. I don't party at what is it, Ligma? I hardly ever go out. If I go out, I'm just gonna go out to a nice restaurant and eat and stuff like that. But or I'll go like during the day and I'll go hiking or anything like that. Ryan, that just got you off the stream. Chad, I don't believe in any God or any follow any type of religion, so you can be whoever you want to be. I'm an atheist, so Jen, I still haven't gotten bottom surgery, so I do not like young boys. Family. I like women. Uh, so here we're starting to get our first little bit of the Jesus talkers. Guys, I don't believe in Jesus. I used to follow. Uh, I've been through two major religions and nothing. Uh, and it's a broken shelf. Everything I've learned is just gone. I don't believe in it. It's all a myth. And if I had any of my moderators in here, they would probably start eliminating a lot of the Jesus. Uh, Buddha was an actual person that lived. Who created God? God, from what the last religion I was in, um, that's a pretty good fact. But like in the last religion I was in, is they said God was a man just like all of us, and he had to learn many things like we did, and then thank you, Jasmine, and that he had to go through everything like we did, and then he received his own world to become. If God is a, from what from the times I've read the Bible, which has been multiple, God said He created us in His own image. So how could He be a spirit? No, you can ask about my sexuality. And I'll tell you, I'm a transgender lesbian. Well, thank you, Benter. Yeah, I'll live my truth. I'll come on here and I'll talk on my channel, and I'm just trying to find people that are allies. Yes, I do have a dog. He's laying right there. He's a Dalmatian mix. See, I'm not sinning, and the way you end that with laughing my A off shows that you yourself are making a judgment call, which is not something you're supposed to do. Hey, Huggy, how are you today? Eva, welcome. No, I haven't gotten hit by the government layoff yet. Reds, well, you don't know that. Shadow, that's a played out joke. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I am ready for baseball season. I'm a Padre fan. Well, family time, if you're dying, please do call 911. And if you can be typing, that means that you do have your ABCs going. Hey, Claudia, I know we haven't seen you in a while. I'm doing good. The last couple of weeks I haven't posted or done as many streams as. Well, I'm on progesterone pills, so I don't know. Uh, that I don't know how much my progesterone's at yet. Transition, it's been over a year. I don't need to repent. Um, Attitude, I don't think we need to in here. We're not, a lot of us aren't God believers. Well, that's a true statement there, Mysterious. I did not, guys, just hold off for 1 minute. I got another text message that's important here. Sorry, everyone. I just had to jump off the stream for a few moments. I had a phone call come in, and I was just answering that. So maybe during while I'm here, I may be having to look something up online. See if I can get it to open here. Well, thank you, Justin. I'm sorry I had to jump off for a few moments. In fact, at the same time, I will be doing a few, doing some research on something that I was just called about. Yeah, I know. I recently had um, someone hack into my debit card account, and this is I don't know if it's related. So yeah, they had tried to actually um, purchase food twice in a row. Uh, from a restaurant in Los Angeles, of all things, and I live in New Mexico. And it was strange because the first one was a Domino's pizza, and I ordered a pizza here in Albuquerque, and then there was one ordered in Los Angeles, Domino's. And then the next morning, they tried to order food from a food truck in Los Angeles, which was something that I couldn't Yeah, you shouldn't. It's not a good thing to take Tylenol with PM with alcohol. The other day, I accidentally took one of his medications for if you ever went to the emergency room with a high blood pressure. They usually give you point 0.1 of this medication. My dog gets 0.6 for separation anxiety, and I happened to take one of his 0.3s accidentally. Oh my my blood pressure, I bet you dropped. I was taking my blood pressure and my machine was saying error. I don't know if it dropped a lot or it was just my machine was not working. Um, JG, I'm a transgender woman. Guys, I'm going to pause a little bit just to. Yeah, I was seeing double and everything when I did that. Um, Give me a few moments to pause. I do want to look. Anthony, being a transgender woman does not make one a child predator. You are just making assumptions. Well, people make too many assumptions on that front. How how I feel, who I am, I've always felt that I wasn't male. Uh, there were many things that pointed, uh, throughout my life. I I'm have what they call gender dysphoria, Anthony, which has nothing to do about being around children. So you can make your assumptions, but that's up to you. No, it is not the same imbalance because I've never done such a thing. Exactly, Eva. He's projecting. Maybe he's the one that's done such things. Yeah, Huggy, I had to jump off the stream for a little bit. I had a phone call. I had to take that. So, Anthony, can you give us a source that states that? Uh, with because you know, Anthony, now you're really making things up because you have no sources. Because the Journal of American Medical Association does state that gender dysphoria is an actual uh, this diagnosis. No, it is not common sense. I want actual proven written uh, documentation. Actually, JG, that is probably the first surgery I will have. I have been to a therapist, KIP, and they're the ones. Hey Billy, welcome to the stream. Hello everyone, please do leave a like and subscribe. I've never said that, KIP, but the feelings one has inside does. David, these are challenges that we meet in life. The way I look at this, people are always going to challenge things that you do in life. And you know what? It only helps me move forward in my life in trying to live my authentic self. John, at this time, I'm not. Because there's a saying that I heard, and I follow this saying throughout my life. It says, and it's, especially because I have this arrow on my arm, not just because I love archery, but arrows, uh, you know, symbolize lots. Let's see. For example, an arrow can only be shot by pulling it backwards. When life is dragging you back with difficulties, it means it's going to launch you into something great. So keep focusing. So keep focus and keep aiming. No, actually, Anthony, there usually are, but you're just trying to put your spin on it. You have not given me any, at least journal, article, or anything. And I really want to thank everyone that's on here, whether you're against my channel or for, or you're one of these people that tries to come push religion on us. So uh, basically, you are helping my channel grow. Probably within the next couple of days, my channel will have enough hours to be monetized, thanks to all of you. Good evening, Raven. I'm glad to see you here. Yeah, he's probably eight. Oh, Eva, I was almost gonna erase you. I won't. Yeah, because he stopped even. Same with this John guy. I think he might be AI. No, it's not just for monetization. It is to spread the word and be an advocate for others that are trans. That's why I am here. Um, so uh, that's just something that helps the channel grow. And uh, a lot of what I get will probably go to donating to charities. Well, Yeah, I'm reading the comments. I'm just trying to reply to what people have to say. But me on this channel, uh, that is my channel. That's why it's called Area 5T1. I do talk about transition. I talk triathlon, as I like to participate in triathlon. I talk trends, different clothing that I like to get. I talk I do some teaching slash tips. I will do videos on all those, and I do talk about trucks as I am doing a resto mod on my 2008 Nissan Xterra. Anna, I don't believe in God. I'm an atheist. I actually belong to a Church of Atheism. And it's actually registered as a church in probably one of the biggest, one of the churches, uh, one of the states with one of the most, with the most, the richest church in the world, probably. Well, thank you, Zach. Well, it's something because we are actually a nonprofit organization. Um, Nobody hurt me, John F. Definitely my brain's not cooked because I need to be able to think on the spot since I work as a nurse. Satan is not my God. That would be the Church of Satan. It's a satanic temple, actually. Nope, I don't believe in Hecate. Yes, I am trans. Actually, I do have a daughter. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in any higher power. And if you guys want to check out our service on Sunday, you can always go to the Westboro Baptist Church, the one that protests everything, people's funerals and stuff like that, even military funerals. I'm not married at this time, Matthew. No, I don't believe in Satan. So, dreaming, I did not say that. I'm just saying I don't believe in any God. I'm not a witch. That sounds more believable because I can throw spaghetti and it looks like it's flying. God, we've never seen him. So just think about that. God is all a myth. I mean, it's something that was made up. Even the Bible is incomplete. Like I said, I do attend a church of atheism, and we have a good time in church. We actually had a service the other day online. We do it all online, and it was it was like a cocktail hour. Yeah, churches. Uh, why is there good and bad? Because there always has to be opposites to things. And why would God create bad? If he's so good, why would he create something bad? Correct. We we don't we We don't worship anything really. You don't decide to be trans, as someone is asking here. It's something that you feel inside, and it's not a decision. Uh, no, I didn't move out of the country. Go flow. Why would I do that? Actually, if you actually, John, if you actually read your Bible, um, Satan didn't create bad. He just tempted Eve. You don't have to tell me God loves me. I really don't care because I don't believe in him. I used to be a big God believer, but there's no need. My shelf broke a long time ago. Well, KIP, you don't have to threaten me here. I can actually report that as harassment. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do leave a like, subscribe, and jump in. Uh, so what about a Glock? Are you threatening me with firearm now? Because I can report that too as harassment. I'm not playing any victim card, but people are here. You know, I don't have a boyfriend. I like women. Well said, Raven. Yeah, people need to know that we are diverse. You know, even these people like over here, they say that, you know, they sit here and pull out a firearm card and they say, I'm just, uh, pull out a victim card. No, because I believe in our Second Amendment right, but I don't use that card on anybody. Yes, Hope, I do like women. Saying then you don't have to be in here. If you guys notice, I'm looking down, it's because I'm reading from my computer your comments. Me, I am very happy. I live a great life. I have a great job with the federal government. I live here with my dog. I'm single. I love it. There we go. There goes the threat. No, let's cancel that. What do we got here? Let's see. Let's report. Uh, what am I seeking? I'm actually trying to help people on here like myself and people that are anti-trans or super religious come here and spread hate. Uh, that's the funny thing, Hope. I will tell you the people that come onto my channel harasses the most, and I say us because I back all my subs on here. I do have 1,300 subs that will come on here, uh, and um, some here, some there, and then basically I I I'm trying to be here for them and try to create a channel for us to really be um, safe and have. Yeah, yes, I do have some hobbies, Hope. I like to do archery. I'll go to, and I'll go to the gun range from time to time. I like to go hiking, and I do triathlon. So that includes three more sports in there: swimming, biking, and running. Conquest, if you don't like me, then you need to go. We can hide you from the channel. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. I would just, talk with them casually as usual. Thank you, Nova, but I don't believe in God. Um, Checking our analytics, see where we're at. Um, we've gotten 4 new subscribers, so I do want to thank everyone for subscribing. We're back up in the 1330s. Still need to do my. Yes, I can do blonde hair. I almost did blonde hair tonight because actually I do wigs. My hair's still growing back in, so I do wigs, and it's actually pretty fun. Johnny Appleseed, I just said it. I told the truth. So, I each day I could wear a different color hair if I wanted to. You're looking at a transgender woman. Yeah, and I have like a about neck length blonde hair. Pop, I'm not sick. I have a diagnosis of what they call gender dysphoria. I'm not pretending to be a woman. That's the way, I feel inside. I don't have any regrets, jalapeno. My pronouns are she, her, hers. Yes, Caitlyn Jenner did transition later in life, and I remember the first magazine cover she came out on. She looked fantastic. Well, head off to Neverland there, Pop. Luke, I don't believe in Jesus. I'm an atheist. Well said, Zach. It's never too late. Claudia, it did freeze. I had a phone call. Wombat, I believe she goes by Caitlin now. And that's something you need to respect for people. Is their chosen name, chosen family. I know people now that, have what they call chosen family because certain people in their family will reject them and stuff like that, whether they're straight, cisgender, LGBTQIA, and that is well said, Raven. She won't support the rights of the trans population. There are other trans that are that same way. Mary, there are many kind of very conservative trans. I used to be a very conservative, even when I started transitioning. The last two elections, I voted for Trump, but this past one, I did vote for Harris. Yes, the pronoun thing has gone off the rails. I mean, uh, if one finds that they're trans, they should be able to change everything on their uh, documents. Wombat, I don't believe in hell. I'm not going there then. What is the what do I think about Trump? I know he's president, but I also think he's not running the country, uh, in my opinion, because I work for the federal government and I can see what's going on. Wombat, my ways won't change. Trump is not the GOAT. He's not even running the country. Elon Musk is running the country. It comes down to the three words: follow the money. And Elon is running everything since he created Doge. I have to go to work every Monday, and since Elon, thank you about the makeup there. So since Doge was created, every Monday I have to go to work, send HR the 5 things I did last week. Well, guess what? Every week it's the same. Um, so everybody can feel, if they feel that they have gender dysphoria and feel like they're not aligned, their body isn't aligned with their gender, they should. The only thing I will say is that they should have to wait till they're in an age of accountability. Well, Kano, I'm gonna start saying all of you that are coming in here, especially guys, and are uh, criticizing me. I think you guys came in here as one, either one, you're attracted to me, two, you are seeking how to transition yourself, or maybe start getting ideas for makeup yourself. So you can stay on here if you want to. Yes, he is running the country. He's the one making all the decisions. Why? Because he has the money. Guess what? He- So you're saying I'm taxpayer funded because I get paid by your taxes at work? Mm, yeah, a little bit of your taxes out of each and everybody's taxes here pay my paycheck. If that's the way you want to think. It might be temporary, but he's the one running the country. I can tell you that for sure. All it is if you look at every picture since he got inaugurated, meaning Trump, uh, there's not one there's hardly any pictures without Elon in them. He's always standing in the background on the side of him with his black with gold MAGA hat on. And and I will tell you that um, I was told that by a veteran because I work for the Department of Veterans Affairs. If you want to, I don't believe in the Lord or God or any God, so I don't need him. I'm doing an excellent job at my job. Well, I haven't been fired because I do a great job. Yeah, any job you need to follow a protocol or certain guidelines. But nothing is something. So, Pat, nope, I'm not a Zionist. I'm a Cororohor, is the church I belong to, the Church of Cororohor. Exactly, Raven. It's usually the Jesus people that spread the most hate. I believe I'm between an A and a B right now, Hugh. I'll honestly say that. No, my job's to be a nurse and help out veterans. In fact, I actually had a veteran the other day say that and I'm starting to hear many of them say that they voted incorrectly for voting for Trump. It's basically a church where we go on and just, like, for example, I've done two sermons. Church of Cororohor, Korihor. There is a website. You can always go look at it. In fact, see if I can link it on here. We have Godless hymns. We I've done two sermons myself. My sermons have been one about how to relieve stress. Two, the first one was actually about arrows and what they symbolize in our life. They have they have nothing to do about God. That's all. Every sermon, one lady did how one about how money is more believable than God, because at least it symbolizes something, but uh, you know, you can see it. Not like see, so like seeing is believing, not believing is seeing. It's not my upbringing. I grew up going to in the Catholic Church. We were hardcore Catholics. Then I became a Mormon in my mid 20s. And that's good for you, Space Frog. God, godless and churchless. I'm godless, but I belong to a church of godless people. Uh, I don't do requests on Cozy. I'm not a Zionist Israeli. And Cozy, you're gonna have to go. But because you don't sing doesn't mean does it it's but doesn't mean it's real either. What about what's one of the biggest things that my our godless church focuses on is blanketing and covering up the homeless during the winter. I have, I think, like 20 beanies and 20 pairs of gloves sitting over there in a bag. And the days it gets cold uh, during the winter, and we're supposed to have another cold spout tomorrow. Maybe I'll go out and give those 20 out. I will go out and hand those out to homeless people here in Albuquerque. Oh, hi, Maya. I'm a transgender woman. Yeah, but we're um we like me, I spent the money. I've handed out close to um almost 100 pairs of about 100 beanies, 100 pairs of gloves, all on my own. Well, I bet that was very disrespectful there when I'm doing something to respect the public. Well, you could say I am Grand Slam because I am a transgender woman that likes women, so that would make me a trans lesbian. Well, that's good for you, Raven. I'm glad you do that. That's one of our biggest missions of reason, as we call them in the Church of Cororohor, is to help people. And we call it, usually we call it rapture, but with a W. Uh, you know, and then we'll add the year to it. So this year was Rapture 2025, with WRAPTURE. I don't have a bike, so I cannot bunny hop. Um, Juan Manuel, I don't believe in Jesus, so that's enough of the God talk. No, I haven't. I haven't dated. I just got out of a marriage and I haven't dated yet. It takes time to move on. Yeah, Raven, that, if you ever wanted to, you could always donate them. We're trying to make like a donation box almost where you could mail them to the Church of Cororohor, um and then you could get a receipt for what you spend on it, and then you could write it off on your taxes. Uh, she didn't. We separated for other reasons. She didn't know about me being trans. She knew at that time it was mainly cross dressing. It depends. A lot of people start cross dressing, and then they figure out they're trans, and then from there it just moved. Then you start transitioning. Braxton, that is an inappropriate question. I mean, I know what you're getting at, but the way you've asked it is inappropriate. See, and the sports thing, I kind of do believe in that. Yes, although we do take testosterone blockers, and I say we because it'd be transgender women as in general, they do test us on testosterone blockers, but yet I still believe that one, we should have a category of our own. because there is still an unfair advantage, or um, or um, so I think we should continue to, be able to, uh, you know, play sports though, but in our own category. Thomas is doing great. He has adjusted fantastic, Claudia. He knows when I leave, like when I'm gonna go to work, and then he knows when I'm back. Hasn't had any. He's had one accident in the house, so but that's great for a dog that's 5 years old, and I think it's been 5 weeks now. Grand Slam, I work for the Department of Veterans Affairs. I'm a nurse. Well said. I am pre-op right now, Space Frog. No, I'm not. I'm not choosing out of op. Actually, I'm having uh, pretty consistent breast growth, but the obviously I will have to have bottom surgery. Yes, Grand Slam. All these hey dudes, whatever, just need to go. Pinkelman, I am doing fantastic. Thank you, Sam Fisher. Hello, everyone. Please, actually, Grand Slam, my insurance does cover lots of it, more than I thought. I do support the Second Amendment. Actually, if you go onto my channel, I did do a safety, not a, it was a video on how to properly treat a handgun. I may do one on how to clean it too. I own the basics as far as firearms. I own a Sig Sauer P226. It is chambered in 9mm. I do own Remington 870 Wingmaster 12 gauge shotgun, short barrel, and I do have an AR. No, it's not bad for my culture. I have had professional help, Daz. Well, it depends. The state of New Mexico does recognize um, the transgender population. And my AR is a Spikes Tactical ST-15. My next thing will be getting like a Remington 700 bolt action. I just need something. No, they're not bad with gun laws. You can open carry here. Oh, that's cool, Grizzly Bear. I am a male to female transgender. I will say that. I am pre-op still. That was a good movie. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That's not a lot of guns. Eva, that is not, trust me, that is not a lot. I have friends that have over hundreds of them. I mean, hundreds. I literally helped one friend move, and with all, um, what was it? My lower Spikes Tactical, the top one. My friend actually custom built it to me, but it is a free floating barrel. I don't know what the upper receiver is. Yes, I do have a daughter and a. I've been looking at surgery this year. I do have, next time I go to my doctor, I'm gonna start. We've already looked at where it would be done, and so we're gonna go from there and get it approved through insurance. What do you, Eva? What are you talking about? You can take down a whole school with what? Um, See, I think this is the misconception, and all my viewers here that will know that the gun is only as dangerous as the person who holds it. Um, you know, it I go I go to the gun range, I shoot paper, and that's it. If I once I get a bolt action, or I'll shoot clays with my shotgun. But if I get a bolt action, if I ever had to, for some reason, out of food or anything, I would actually go hunt for food. I lived in Florida many years. I lived in Florida many years, and sometimes it would take, you know, time for groceries to come. Uh, so, well said, Space Frog. You can drive a car into a crowd of people. Knives never run out of ammunition. So, yeah, and Eva, they are regulated. It's the people that there's people that will acquire them that are the criminals will get them whether they're regulated or not. When you go to a gun shop, it's not like they just hand it over to you. You have to be fingerprinted. They will run your name through a base and through a database, and then you have to wait 3 days in most states, if not more in others, and then they are um, and then you get it. But some gun shops will require you to take a course on them. Like Pinkman, Florida, it's easy to buy them also. Uh, in Florida, if you buy from a private owner that has a collection, you can just buy it straight from the owner, and he can just ask you, "Oh, have you ever committed a felony?" And you say no, and boom. That's why a lot of straw sales happen in Florida. You guys have noticed that my flying saucer light is out. Thomas wags his tail so much and accidentally hits the cord, and he broke it, so I have to fix it. Yeah, police response time, they require what, 10, less than 10 minutes, but it never happens. Raven, yeah, Florida, you can carry a concealed weapon without a permit now. When I left Florida, they had just passed that. So you could hide your gun, have it on you, and you didn't have to have a permit. Thank you, Kitty. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my stream. Please do leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Or jump into the stream. Yeah, and bear spray, just depending on how it, you can get the person in the eyes, whatever. It it can be, you know, pretty dangerous in itself. But everybody has their thing of choice. And I mean, if you look at what happened at the Capitol back on 1/6, that was something a lot of them carried, was bear spray. I did do a video about how to, the basics of handgun, uh, and usage, how to make sure that, like you treat it as it's always loaded, stuff like that. Um, I mean, I could. I don't know how people would. Like I said, I don't know how people are going to take it. Some people will take it the wrong way. Others, um, you know, it, oh, that noise in the background's the heater here in the house. Uh, it is cold today. We are down to 38 degrees. It might snow tonight in Albuquerque, and I live right at the foothill of the mountain. I keep my cig somewhere in this room. Giselle, everything's going great. How are you? Please do leave a like and subscribe. Actually, Day Day, I like that you brought this one up. Um, let's talk about the Adam and Eve story, Genesis. When God did create Adam, he created him from dirt or from dust. And yeah, he thinks there is the magic wizard in the sky. And then next thing you know, uh, God decided that Adam needed a mate, that he was alone. So what did he do? He took a part of Adam and created a woman. Um, and next thing you know, he took what, Adam's rib to create a woman. So they're from a part of Adam, Eve was created. To me, that sounds like a transgender woman. So, well said, Snail Mail. It is Trans Eve story time. Because Eve was formed from the same body that Adam was. Yeah, and even I don't keep the bolt carrier group in my AR. Someone's moving around in the background there. Oh, look, now he's got his face looking this way. Um, yeah, I don't even keep the bolt carrier group in it. Um, that way it's safe. I mean, the only thing that's loaded somewhere in here is my handgun, because that's what I would use for home protection. Where did that Big Bang Theory come from? That came from physicists. They tend to use more theory, they tend to use more experimentation to prove stuff like that. So, oh, well said, Raven. I like that one. Yes, Giselle. I mean, the whole Bible is very dark in itself, and the last faith I belonged to was the Mormon Church. If you guys want to read really dark scripture, read the Book of Mormon. All it is battles and wars. I mean, it is bad. And then if you get into what they call the Doctrine and Covenants, that's even worse. No, you cannot move with me. And Thomas, there's no way Trump can get in the White House in 2028. They can only hold two full terms. Oh, you mean Jesus, Raven? Hello, Red Star. Welcome to the stream. Please do leave a like and subscribe. Well, if he were to do that, then it would violate Constitution. So when have yeah, exactly, and but no, I've resigned from the Mormon faith. I joined there. I found there's a couple of loophole. There's a couple of ways to resign from the Mormon Church. One, you can get actually about three. You can get excommunicated. Um, you can write a letter to your bishop, which is your local leader. But then they try to send people to your house and try to get you to stay. You can write a letter to church headquarters in Salt Lake City, or you can join another church. And once they find out you joined another one, they will basically automatically excommunicate you. So I did join a Church of Atheism, and it is actually a recognized church. It is registered as a church in in Salt Lake City, Utah, also, and therefore, um, you know, and then I'm not gonna tell my address. So yeah, those are the ways to leave the Mormon Church. Yeah, and many of us become apostates. It's becoming more it's actually there are more people that are apostates from churches nowadays than actual followers of any religion. So most people are non-believers of any faith in general. And I watch a channel. It really has to do with a lot of people that are ex-Mos, but I mean, that's going with ex-Mormons, and you know, so that's the way. Uh, and I follow a channel about that, but he'll also interview people from other religions and see why they left. And then he will actually interview people that are belong to other religions. I got it. Then I saw her face, right? Yeah, I'm a believer. Yeah, exactly. It would be a tyrannical government, and there's only one way that someone can hold 3 terms in office. And I, I, I actually found that out. So, for example, let's just use this as an example. Say, the I got it. Zach, and I've said that I work for the federal government, and it seems I'm taking more of my or that the government is being run more by Musk than anybody else. In fact, for this stream, I'm gonna plan to do about a 3-minute video because I am going to try to go on Mormon stories. Yeah, we've had a lot of things going on in right now. See, I work for the VA, and right now they're on the verge of laying off, what, 83,000 employees, including nurses. So I don't know if I'm going to show up and they're going to say, hey, Jules, you got to go. I mean, the good thing about being a nurse is that you get paid well, wherever you go. No, actually, Space Frog, the only way it can happen. So let's give the example. If um if Trump at this time, and into his presidency in less than a year, if one, uh, they declared the 14th Amendment, and he got taken out of office, if he died for some reason, and uh, Vance had to take his place, and then Vance ran for another 2 terms and won them, he could have almost 3 full terms. That is the only way to have 3 full terms. Yes. Well said, Raven. Yeah, even employees that are veterans may even be let go. Yes, and you're right. Many times veterans are shunned. It happened a lot in the Vietnam era. That's how many of the biker clubs came around, because there were, Mercer, I said I don't have a bike, so I cannot bunny hop. Um, Biker clubs came around because um, they were shunned when they were, by the hippies when they came back from Vietnam, and they wanted something in common to do, and many of them like to work on bikes, so that's how you know it came around. Exactly. I don't know why they would want to have someone that's going to just keep, um, wanting to be a dictator. In time, I mean, Trump's up in age too. People always talked about Joe Biden's age. Yes, Joe Biden was showing it more than Trump, but they were close in age. So he's not, I mean, he's not gonna outlast Father Time. Please do hit a like and subscribe. We're at 1339. We're almost at 1340. My goal this year will be to, let's see, we are now in April. Uh, my goal is to try for us to hit, um, let's see, maybe 2,500 subs by the end of the year. I don't know if we could do that. God. Hmm. I don't know who that is. Hi, Ahmed. Welcome to the stream. Please do leave a like and subscribe if you aren't already. Juan Manuel, we have said it. Many of us don't believe in God or Jesus here. So we just need to stop. Many of us are atheists, many of us are agnostics. I don't believe in him just Judd Fishing. I think we're just gonna, I'm just gonna start filtering out the God people here as I've been doing. I'm gonna tell you, and it doesn't bother me. I, you know, I can, I'm not one that can quote a lot of scripture. I have read scripture, but um, the thing is, um, it's I have a lot of lots and lots of subs with religious trauma. Well, thank you, Raven. You can do that. I'll just keep in. We can play some Godless hymns if we wanted to. Well, thank you, Eric. Shall we play Godless hymn? Well, that's fine, but the people, the people that come in and just consistently, they just, the thing is, you think so, Raven? Which one shall we play? Virtue Signal or some, let's see, my friend Joe has some very good Godless hymns that he's made up. My two favorites are, one's called Lick My Cupcake, one's called Virtue Signal. They're all about purity culture. There's another one. He's got some of what's called Hey, how you doing, Avita? Welcome. You want upbeat? Then let's do some Virtue Signal. Virtue Signal's pretty good. All these songs are actually poking fun at Mormon purity culture. That's what they do. Well, I've got another good one. Oh wait, let's see. Let's turn on the volume, huh? Got the hashtag on rotation. Look at you making a sensation. Online warrior in Hey Joe, look what I'm playing on here. Church of Cororohor has joined us. Sharing memes and changing filters while the world's still on its Joe is the first herald of the Church of Cororohor and is responsible for this song, or AI. Virtue signal loud and clear, a hero in your cybersphere. Change your profile pic tonight, save the world with just one like. Look so woke in your new stance. Then we're gonna have to play some cupcake going on, huh, Joe? Do so little, playing big, but or some Max Severs. Activism made so simple. Just add a trending symbol. Tell the world that Which one, Joe?
If it's easy, you're already
Max Severs?
Virtue signal loud and clear. A hero in your cybersphere.
Guys, if you don't know, I belong to the Church of Atheism, and many of you ask about it. The Church of Cororohor is in here. That's our first herald. Maybe both, Joe. I was almost gonna play Unholy. Let's see. Here we go.
Bubble gum stuck to my shoe. Heavy petting in the neon hue. Cracked vase on the kitchen floor.
Here we go, guys. Some lipped cupcake, and you guys can look up what it stands for. It's another purity culture song.
Soaking in the bathtub fizz. The way you look at me is a quiz.
And you can look up what a lot of the different hidden messages are in here.
I feel so warm. Lick my cupcake, sweet sensation. It's a sugar-coated
Avita, you may want to look up what the soaking part is about.
Don't dig in.
Look up the word BYU and soaking.
Rip tights and a leather jacket. Got a secret, can you hack it? Lights blur as we drive fast. Make this moment last and last.
Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. Please do leave a like and subscribe.
Nobody else can compare. Lick my cupcake, sweet sensation. It's a sugar-coated invitation. Don't you know it's such a sin when you don't dig in? When you don't dig in.
Creator of these songs is in here, you guys.
Bubble gum.
Okay, oh. Oh, let's see. We're trying to look for the heroes of the resistance.
So Joe,
Oh, that's awesome, Joe. Yeah, that would be great. Did I send you a video already? I thought I had. Ooh, that'll be cool. See, ladies, at the Church of Cororohor, we do ordain women, unlike other churches that Joe and I belong to. Or the church that Joe and I used to belong to. I'll check if I still have it. Actually, tonight I may record a video to try to get on Mormon stories, Joe. I'm going to try to fill out an application. So I guess now they require a 3-minute video. So try to get there with John Dehlin. Hey Joe, are you doing anything? Yeah, and I'll definitely mention the Church of Cororohor on there. What are you asking, Shadow? Oh wow, we just broke 1342, you guys. We're doing fantastic. Joe, I'm Joe, actually tomorrow no, I'm not a dude. I'm a transgender female. Hey, lovely. I'm doing great. How are you? Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Oh, are you going to go in front of conference? Oh, I wish I would have had the time. I totally would have. I would have gone. I know I've had people. Who was it? MB was asking me. I guess she's in town. If you remember our Wednesday sermon, how'd you feel on Thursday, Joe? Um, but after that, she, I didn't realize MB was here in Albuquerque. I'm gonna have to meet up with them. Thank you, Kaylee. Go for it, Raven. Oh wait, that's for Shadow. What session of General Conference are you gonna preach in front of, Joe? Are you gonna put it online? I used to live in Florida, Lori. I used to live in Cape Coral, Florida. Well, if you don't understand the world, maybe you need to find your own. Um, yeah, I know. I got you there, Avita. Can you see again, Joe? ED Gamer, I think we need to take you out of here. That's like one of the oldest ones in the book. Dude, you were slurring your words that day. I need to get my webcam to be able to get StreamYard to work on my computer again. I may just buy a tablet too for that. They sell iPads at work. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. That's true. At work, I know they have like two iPads sitting there. I got to see what my balance is because at work we get this real nice little card. It's called an EPD card. It means employee payroll deduct. So it just comes out of your paycheck rather than having to pay on a credit card. Robert, I'm a transgender woman. So they have this little store there. Everything's untaxed. So you go in and whatever they have a little section of Amazon electronics. Well, electronics that you would find on Amazon, and they do have like Apple products and Beats, and I think they from time to time they have laptops that Le Tard Le Tardigrade. Le Tardigrade. Welcome. Bienvenue. Yeah, see you guys. I don't know if Joe's still in here from the Church of Cororohor. He's what we call a first herald. Basically he was the founder, and we had a cocktail hour online this Wednesday. Um, it was kind of fun. It was fun. There were two people online, him and I forgot the young lady's name. It looked like it, Joe. If I almost came on, but I didn't have let's see. Okay. Thanks, Jemiah. You know that is something I've never done, Joe, in the time when I have had drinks. I've never had one myself. I never had a hangover. Um, especially with I've had maybe some nights like Wednesday night, but that Wednesday I haven't had a drink in a long time. Guys, we are doing fantastic. The channel is probably gonna get monetized soon. Oh, I couldn't do it. See, that would make me vomit right away because I don't like watermelon. Oh, I know, Joe. It's last year, last June when I went to San Diego, I did have a margarita. And I hadn't had one in a very long time. Obviously, because of the good old wow. Actually, you know what I like, Raven? I like doing the Bacardi spice. I do from about let's see, a quarter of it, like 0.25 a mix to 3/4 Mountain Dew. That has great flavor. I think the one I had was mango too, Joe. Um, Yeah, I was in Little Italy in San Diego, near where my sister works. In fact, I will be in San Diego in 2 weeks. That week, yeah, some sangria is always good. Or even have you ever had sangria señoral, the good old Mexican soft drink that tastes like a sangria? Hey Joe, did it get? How about is it cold over there in Utah right now? Because we are dropping to the 20s tonight. Um, Hello, Drunk Koala. Welcome to the stream. You want to welcome everyone. Welcome. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. So we have what? Oh no, we have two of the four corner states in here. Anybody in Arizona or Colorado in here? That because we've got Utah and New Mexico. So we got, like I said, two of the four corners. We just need Jenny Gage in here. We'd like have three. I actually got these at Walmart plastic. Swamp Man, that's not funny. Oh, so we got someone in Arizona, so we just need someone from Colorado, and we'll have all four corners covered. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome to the stream. If you guys want to say where you are, you know, um, where you're at, go ahead and tell me what state, what part of the world. I am in New Mexico. Just to kind of gauge an idea where we have people in right now. I know we have someone from Arizona. I know I have someone in Utah, Nevada. Please do hit a like and subscribe to the channel. We are at 34 likes. Ishan, I'm not a dude. Oh, are you in Orlando, Raven? Orlando area? I'm a transgender woman. Wow, so Joe, you got all four corners. You gotta come out and hang out in the ABQ. Yes, I am trans, Ishan. Hey Joe, I think you scared the Jesus people away. I had a ton of them earlier. Ah, okay. Guys, I'm sorry with the heater in the background. José Manuel, ¿estamos bien? ¿Y usted? I had a ton coming in earlier. Just wait, there'll be another wave of them. Yeah, there is actually a Breaking Bad store here in Albuquerque. PX, no, I'm not a man. I'm a transgender woman. $15 new subs in this time. I'm not a they, Ishan. I'm a she, her, hers. Yes, I am still pre-op, looking at surgery in the next year or so. I do have to get my consult. Well, probably, David, that's your opinion. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Actually, Sean, that's another thing. This is not just about choice. It's about the feelings you have throughout your life. Yes, it does. PX. Hello, Brandy. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Impending. What do you mean? Would it make me happy to act too? No, I don't need. I don't want to be an actor. I'm happy being a nurse. No mental instability here. I'm not pretending. This is something that one really feels. Thank you, Naruto. I said that this is not a choice that one makes. It's what someone feels. Sure, bro, if you want to be blocked. Actually, David, I am unsure of the manufacturer. I've actually had feelings of since I was young. You did, Joe. You always do a good job of representing us. The church has done a great job of, of representing the entire LGBTQIA community in a great fashion. I think we're doing it. I think it's growing good. From my from my understanding, is MB maybe joining. I guess she's or he or she is from Lori or from Megan's channel. Probably. I around age well, first once I was potty trained, I was sitting to go all the time after that. The second thing, oh, so you learned the new mathematics there, Robert. Um, so and then I started feeling, uh, I was dressing more like a woman in my teens. Yeah, what's that new mathematics that they do um, teach nowadays to break things down? I forgot what it's called. Oh, yeah, I know, Avita. Common Core, well said. Yeah, that's Common Core mathematics. Yeah, because my daughter didn't learn Common Core, so, but I know they're starting to teach stuff like that now, and it just, that, where they do come up with answers like that. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. Actually, no, the fetish, uh, someone that's where it's more of a fetish, uh, would be not so much a cross-dresser, but more what they used to call a transvestite. Um, you know, that's what I would, from what I've read. Drag queens are performers. Transgender women are the ones we actually have a feeling of being born in the wrong body. My YouTube channel, actually, it's about, as you can see, it is called, it's in parentheses, it says Area 5T1, where we discuss the 5Ts. We talk about transition, as I'm a 54-year-old transgender woman. Talk about triathlon, as I like to participate in triathlon. We talk about trends, different clothing I like to wear, and as I order it, I will do try-on hauls. Also, we talk about teaching slash tips. Now, within that category, there are other subcategories which can be cooking. I'll talk about recipes. I will talk about like urban myths. I do talk about high demand religions, focusing on the Mormon church as I have left the Mormon church and now actually belong to a church of atheism. Uh, and I also talk about uh, little tips on how to be able to be prepared in times of disaster, as I used to live in Florida and went through 6 major hurricanes. What is the Mormons? That's actually a pretty good question. I used to be a member of the Mormon Church, and it's actually a big, well, it's not as big as it used to be. They claim to have about 14 million members, if not 16, I think it is. Um, and it actually is a church that believes that there is not just that the people, not just the people in Europe saw um, God and Jesus, or Jesus, but that he actually came down and appeared to the people in the Americas. Um, and and that some book of scripture was actually written about those times, and then God and Jesus came and talked to a man in the 1800s and told him to go find that book of scripture that was written on golden plates, when it was all like it's all a big farce. And um and really, if you look into it, it is a big cult. They are the richest church in the world. I'm attracted to women. Thank you, Michael. So yeah, it's that's what the Mormons are. They're The Mormons are the LDS. They're the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It is a cult, yes. And if you go into my teaching section and go into the subcategory of high demand religions, I did break down the Mormon Church into the bite model, and they fit 99% of the bite model. And then therefore it does at least land as a high control group or a high demand religion slash cult. Um, and it's very, very important that you look at whatever faith you follow and put it through the bite model of authoritarian control, done by Dr. Stephen Hassan. Actually, I was more of a Star Wars action figure person. Yeah, if I had the ones I had when I was a kid, they would be worth a ton of money. I mean, ton of money. Because I had the originals. I mean, the originals. I mean, this is an original Elf doll from the 90s. So, I mean, that's probably got some value to it. Um, this is like almost like a little Funko style Boba Fett that my daughter got me. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Please do hit a like and subscribe. Yeah, my decor at my house is a lot like, well, as you can see, it is Area 51 decor. There's a lot of alien decor. I do have like a Saturn planet here, the alien face here. There should be a flying saucer here, but my good old my dog decided to wag his tail too hard and pull the cables apart. Anytime, Joe. Yeah, feel free to jump in. Yeah, I always love playing a couple of songs a couple of Godless hymns in here to, so people can know that there's no. You have a good night, Joe. Yeah, I'm actually into astronomy, and I actually live in New Mexico. I need to take a trip to Roswell. I've been living here in New Mexico now for a year. Um, and I need to take a good long trip to Roswell for uh, to check out all the little alien museums people have made. You can buy the food storage from them. Most food storage companies are based in Utah. Just go to what's called Wise Foods. Wise Foods, you can buy yourself a year's worth of food storage for for each member of your family, and you can tell them, like you talk about, uh, you know, you can look at you know what type of foods you want, and they're good looking foods. I'll give them that. They've developed something that's very, very good. I haven't seen an extraterrestrial being in person, but I did see what are they called now? UAFs, unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. I'm sorry. And I told a friend of mine, and she said she had seen one in the past before in Colorado. I saw mine in Florida. So we said, okay, let's draw them. And we both drew this, and then we'll trade papers. And actually, we both ended up drawing the same thing. So the emergency food for with Wise Foods, it actually looks pretty good. It's not like an MR. I mean, MREs are pretty good when you at any time, but this looks like actually pretty good food, and they sell it in buckets that are easy to stack up. And these, if you really look it up, um, you'll find out that they're made in Utah, so they're obviously a Mormon company. So they are good preppers. But here's one that's a 4-week Patriot emergency food supply, and it's $179. So I mean, not that I'm sponsored by them or anything, but if anywhere, I would I would probably buy stuff from them. Hello, Ryan. Welcome from Indonesia. So, and there's certain MREs I bought. Uh, Thank you. Nice to meet you too. Please do hit a like, subscribe. There's certain MREs that I've tried in the past. Like 2 years ago, it's been 2 years now, maybe three. I actually went through Hurricane Ian. I was still working with the VA, and they would give us MREs every day we went home after the hurricane. Um, and those were actually pretty good MREs. Well said, Raven. Many will use, they'll put them everywhere in their house. I had a friend, like you'd go into a room, you'd open a cabinet, and there were food storage there. Okay, whatever you think, Dean. Yeah, my friend, you'd walk in, you'd open their, well, they don't call it a coffee table. I don't even know what they call it. If they call it a water table or what, because they don't drink coffee. You'd open it up, underneath there was food storage. You'd open another cabinet in their house, like say the linen closet, like obviously it'd be linens on one side, there'd be food storage there. There's food storage everywhere in their houses. Then they have they'll have a specific room for food storage. They are total preppers, and it got big, especially during COVID. Oh, I know, Avita. Some of the things these grown adults will say, and they can't accept other people for who they are. I think that's what gets me. Go ahead, Michael. Try to make us laugh. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. As always, you are a treasure here. Please do hit a like and subscribe. We are currently at 1,343 subscribers. We will probably be hitting that one doesn't seem real funny to me. Well said, Raven. Yeah, I'm big on hoop earrings. Most of them mine are. Well, maybe you should go back to the office, Plague Doctor. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Hello Evie, welcome. Once again, weren't you here earlier? Please do hit a like and subscribe. If we can get 7 more likes, that would be awesome. We can make it to 1,350. My goal will be to make, let's see, 2,500 subscribers by the end of the year. Well, I think the meaning of life to all of us is different. To me, it's always about helping people. Well, Kenji, I don't believe in God. Well, Colton, you don't have to be in here. Here, we'll take you out. See, Avita, this would have been the perfect time to have Joe in here. He would have really talked. He would have challenged them and okay, you have a good night, Raven. Great to have you here. Kenji, I don't believe in God. He can believe in me all he wants, but I don't believe. Yes, that is Alf in the background. That's an original Alf doll from the 90s. I bought it back in the 90s and I've had it this long. Cool. From the one that was stuck in the, was it the Phantom Zone? Well, she had her hair back, didn't she? See, that would make My cousin actually dated Lois Lane. The act, well, one of the actresses that played Lois Lane. Hey, Sean, it happens all the time. I don't do, I don't do that. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. We're probably going to go about we're going to go to the 3 hour mark. I do have to do, um, but I need to do a quick 3 minute video. I am trying to get an interview on another channel that does ex-Mormon content. Um, I'm trying to get on Mormon Stories with John DeLynn. Um, I'll try to see if he'll do a nice big one, long. Yeah, that is my dog on my couch. He's a Dalmatian mix. How do I deal with all mean haters? That's them. They're the ones that have to deal with themselves. I just, the ones that, hey, Cincinnati, welcome. I do laugh. Someone just has to say something funny. I've just got, there, he's moving. Yeah, he's just, oh, that, he should be right there. His name is Thomas. I adopted him just about 5 weeks ago, as of yesterday. He'll sleep right through the live streams. We slept most of the day today. He snuggles up with me. Yeah, I know that, Avita. People they'll always talk it. I mean, they. I know. I have another friend, and she passes. I mean, totally passes. She just had the FFS done, everything, and she gets clocked all the time online. And I don't know. You just walked under me. No, because then you'll take Thomas's spot. Yeah, she had her FFS done. She passed. She didn't even need the FFS. She passed from when I first started watching her online, facial feminization surgery, and and I started watching her channel like 5 years ago, and um, you know, and then it just turned out that I happened to move to the same city. It was weird because had already started my plans to move, and then one day she mentioned that she lived in Albuquerque. Yeah, I think I'll do bottom, then FFS, and then check where the breasts lie. Actually, Stephen, some women can actually uh, they can show an Adam's apple too. All depends on the hyoid cartilage, how much they have. Um, but I am a transgender woman. I have a daughter that has broader shoulders probably because she was a swimmer. So I suggest you guys go check Katie Ledecky's shoulders or any female swimmer. I had I aspire to be myself and look like myself. There's no one that I'm modeling my look after. Rich, you need to, maybe open your mind and maybe go through what many of us have gone through. I did vote for Kamala. After what Trump did at the US Capitol, I wouldn't do that again because I had voted for him twice. But after he instigated basically an insurrection, yeah, I wouldn't vote for him again. No, I wasn't raised as a Mormon. I was raised Catholic and converted to Mormonism at age, what was it? I think age 20, around there, or age 24. He didn't take away my delusion. In fact, under his guidelines, I can still transition. There's many women with deep voices and many transgender women that are still in the. I'm not a Mormon anymore. I've left the church, but the Mormon church does have a very very uh very awful rule towards the transgender community. No, Gabriel, I don't. And that doesn't have anything to do with it. Yes, they are very. Who indoctrinated me into what? Fertilizer. That says a lot about you saying that you're a fertilizer. Nope, I'm not Muslim. Yeah, I'm also looking at what's his name in Arizona. He's actually worked on SHARs. No, I'm a transgender woman. I'm not dehydrated and I'm not high. I don't I drink fluid. I do have plenty of fluids here and I don't do drugs. I'm a transgender woman. Well, that's your problem, Gabriel. I can imagine, Avita. I just with the nurse. Rich Diggs, you don't need to start throwing racial stuff right in here because I'm starting to see what where you're going with that. And well, Gabriel, do what you want. Thank you, Waffles. Well, that's your concern. I hope you have enough money to get by in life. No, Gabriel, I don't. Because you're saying some very bad things in here. I'm surprised. You know, if my mods were here, and I've been nice right now to keep you here long enough. Um, that's not an that's not an anonymous mask. Do you know what this mask actually is? Do you know where the anonymous mask gets its history from? No, it doesn't get it from the Nazis. The anonymous mask is me, I'm a nurse. The anonymous mask comes that it looks like someone named Guy Fawkes. No, it does not come from for Vendetta. Because if you watch V for Vendetta and you actually listen, I'm a nurse, but you would hear in the movie that says, "Why do you wear a Guy Fawkes mask?" And the Guy Fawkes was actually, yes, exactly, impending Guy Fawkes. Um, he was actually someone that was in Parliament and backed the true rules of Parliament in the UK for a very long time. And then eventually, many rules were being broken and stuff, and there was like a rebellion, and so someone planned on blowing up Parliament, and he went. He was underneath guarding, I guess, the explosives, and he was leaving when they caught him, and he was the one that was uh, prosecuted for that. But so they say that someone told me that there's a big celebration of on Guy Fawkes Day. This remember the 5th of November. Well said, impending. There you go, Rich. You've overstayed your welcome. Your conversation was getting boring anyways. Um, Thank you, Fondue. In fact, it's remember the 5th of November. I was thinking it this year on election day because election day last year actually landed on the 5th of November. So if any day I thought was going to happen here was that day. So when I was voting, I kept thinking that phrase right there. Actually, January 6th was a horrible holiday. Do you guys know there's actually been two acts of terrorism on 9/11, but one happened back in the 1800s? I said I like women. Well, I think now we're gonna have to report you to YouTube for because it's funny you're pointing out days of that have to do with terrorism. Yeah, well, Jose, I don't believe in Jesus. You guys, I don't believe in Jesus. Jesus is a myth. The only Jesus someone mentioned on my channel here that's true was when they said it was their landscaper. Maybe it is, Trooper. Okay, it's gonna be time to put the Jesus folk in some time outs because, as you know, we try not to bring the Jesus talk into here. Because my channel, with there's a lot of people here that don't believe in Jesus. It doesn't matter about the Gospels or what other people state. I don't believe. Um, I used to have a big testimony, and now I don't. Yes, I do believe in the First Amendment, and yes, people have their. I don't have a disability. There's the First Amendment, and there's the fact that I can also regulate things on my channel that do bother my subscribers. I have several subscribers on my channel that have religious trauma. So when the Jesus talk starts, my subscribers that are loyal to me end up leaving because it starts putting them into the religious trauma that they've been through. Well, everyone, we're coming up on our third hour. I'm going to be closing up now. I did say we'd do a 3 hour live stream. We are at 2 hours and 54 minutes. Um, I didn't experience any religious trauma. My shelf just broke. I kept, every time I found something within any of the faith that I had, and I'd find contradiction to it and find science that would prove otherwise, I would just kind of put it aside and say I would stack it on the shelf. This is an analogy. So I would just keep stacking items on a shelf, and you know, you would, and then next thing you know, uh, my my shelf broke because it was so heavy, and that's why I don't believe in God anymore. Because I found that, you too, Avita, have a good night. It's getting closer to seeing you. Um, so, yeah, it'll just, you know, we'll slowly get to that. You know, everybody will have a shelf breaker eventually. People just put things aside because they're taught to believe something. Me, seeing is believing, not believing is seeing. No, I won't marry you for $140,000. Yep, we'll see you then. That'll be awesome. So, like I said, we're coming up to the end uh, of my stream here. I do want to say thank you to everyone for joining me here. Remember, my name is Jules. You are my treasures. You are in Area 5T1. Peaches, he's not. He's a myth. He's a mythical being in the sky that people talk about. So I do want to say that if you are transitioning, please make sure you do see a therapist ahead of time, because most insurance policies will require a gender dysphoria diagnosis. And also, it's always a good thing to talk to someone, you know, give them your perspective that'll listen to you. Also, and when if you are in a time of crisis, if you're feeling down, depressed, hopeless, feeling okay, uh, feeling like you need to talk to someone, please do use the 988 line here. If you are a veteran and are in a crisis, please dial 988 and hit 1. It'll get you directly to someone at, you know, that's an expert with veterans. I'm a transgender woman. Mac and cheese, thank you. So I want to thank all of you. I will have some more videos coming up this weekend. I do have to finish the roof rack on the Gem X tomorrow. I started doing it today, just that, no, I'm not a psychiatric nurse. Actually right now I'm a primary care nurse, but I have been an ER nurse in the past. So I will probably be doing the roof rack on the Gem X. I thought I was gonna have to buy parts for it, but then I found that putting them on at a different angle for the roof rack will work. So, like I said, I will be back tomorrow. I will be posting several videos. I may do a high demand organizations video after this. I do have the time. So all of you have a good night. Remember, I'm Jules. All of you are my treasures. And feel free to hit a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Thank you.